Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. There was a problem with this light fixture. Not the fixture itself, more I have too many wires, too many conductors in the junction box. And Grampie and Gator, both of them electricians, pointed out that I was in violation of the NEC. And admittedly, I haven't looked at the NEC in probably 20 years beyond checking to see how many amps a certain size piece of wire can conduct, because I seldom do anything with it. I've hired electricians for a long time. Now that I'm doing more and more of my own work, I'm going to have to go back through and check and make sure I'm following the rules. But Grampie and Gator pointed it out, and so now I'm going to add an extension onto the box to increase the volume of the box so that it can dissipate the heat from the number of conductors that are inside the box. And that's the answer to the problem. You want to make sure that you don't have too many wires packed in there so that they overheat and cause a problem. So adding on another extension will make it so that there's more volume in the box. Problem solved. This little $3 item is going to make all the difference. By removing the light fixture, installing this, and then reconnecting the light fixture, I'll have enough room in there to dissipate the heat. The other thing that kind of added insult to injury, when I put the light fixture on, the light fixture counts as twice as much as another wire in the box, so I was way over capacity. This will double it. This pair of safety glasses is not something I wear all the time. Usually I just wear my street glasses because they're safety glasses. They're plastic lenses and they pop out the back or the front of the frame instead of the back, which is the difference basically between a safety frame and one that isn't a safety frame. On these, the big benefit is they're trifocals. Now, I require bifocals to see up close and to be able to see long distances because my eyes have gotten older. So these trifocals allow me to look up without having to bend my head way back trying to get the bifocal on the bottom to focus in on the part, or having to stand there holding my glasses up like this to get it so that the bifocal part of the lens is where I can focus on up-close objects. Having that trifocal, which is actually the same grind as the bottom part of the lens, but having the trifocal on there means I just look up and I can see. Makes a whole lot of difference when I'm working overhead. Now the light bulb's had a few seconds to cool down, I'll pull that out first. This porcelain fixture is a nice thing to use. It takes a lot more heat and it doesn't bake away on you. This fixture probably would last 100 years under normal use. Now I'm going to pull the screws out of this box and use those to anchor the extension onto the main box. This box has Phillips screws. They work a lot better for a power tool. because they're self-centering. Now, this one has a slot on one side and a keyhole on the other, so I can just slip the screw, slip the head of the screw into that slot, slide the other one up into the keyhole, and tighten it up. There, nice and solid. Now, because this has a three-way switch on it, it has a red power line. That's the one that returns from the switch leg. Now the extra long screws make it a little easier to connect. This power driver is nice for taking the long screws out, so I don't have to spend a lot of time spinning, and also for running them in. But you want to do the final tightening with a hand. Screwdriver, because with this I have a lot more control over how much torque I put on the screw. With a porcelain fixture, you don't want to reef them down. Hold the button a little too long on this one, and you've got a broken fixture. Now we've got it working and we're up to code. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you letting me know. If you see me make a mistake, don't feel like you're going to hurt my feelings by telling me about it. I'd rather fix it now than find out later I should have. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the US or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.